That's the first play here on Top Radio. That track's called Mary, and it's featuring Zoe Dollars, and it's by our special guests live on the phone lines, live from Atlanta. Would you like to introduce yourself to the people, please?
Hi, guys. My name is Neila.
Neila's in the building. Well, I'm always used to saying in the building. Neila's on the phone. Neila, it's great to have you here live on Top Radio. This is the first time we've ever spoken, and it's actually the first time I've ever done a live phone-in on this station, so I was actually quite nervous that I was going to introduce you and not hear anything from you. So I'm glad that you're there.
Good.
Let people know who you are, what you do, and why you do it.
Well, like I said, my name is Neila, and I'm from Miami, Florida, but I live in Atlanta, and I'm a singer-songwriter, and I do it because I really, really love it. If that's corny, I know it sounds kind of corny, but I love it.
You're from Miami. I've been introducing you as from Atlanta.
Well, yeah, I mean, I live in Atlanta, but yeah,
you're originally from Miami?
Yeah.
Okay, right. So in terms of distance, like how far is that? Because I've got no clue. I don't know anything about America.
It's like an hour and a half plane.
Plane?
Right.
So if you want to drive it, how long would that take you?
Like 9.5, 10 hours, depending on how fast you drive. It could be 8.
Okay, yeah. So if you don't want to break the law, do you? So give us a bit of background, because this is the first time I played that track, Mary. What is that track about? Who's Mary?
Well, Mary and Lisa, because it's two girls that I talk about on the track. I feel like I kind of wrote it with the idea of it being about me.
Right.
And
your split personality.
I feel like it's more about like the things that women go through, and I kind of want to make it like a all women's thing. I feel like all women can relate to that song, because at some point in time, whether like we were teenagers or as adults, that like we go through some like weird stuff that heartbreak, boys that we think we're gonna marry that we don't end up marrying, which is like every boy until you meet the one that actually marries you.
Yeah.
So that's kind of where that came from. I came out of like a relationship, and of course I thought I was going to marry him, and then obviously we're not married. So
you know what would be nice as well, because the women love to make these songs about like being in relationships with a guy that they thought they were going to marry, but it never happened because the guy did this and then that. But we go through our fair share ourselves, you know. So I think some women should take ownership and say, you know what, us women, we're just no good to these guys, and we need to up our game. And a woman needs to make a song about that. Why don't you? Do you want to lead the way?
Actually, in that song, it talks about the things that I did and the things that he did too.
But
so
who done the worst? You or him?
He did the worst.
Oh,
he did
it
the
would
worst.
be. Men.
He did the worst.
They're all dogs. That's what we say over here. Okay, so in your promo, it says the alien princess, the green-haired songstress. Talk to me about that. The alien princess. Like, what makes you a princess amongst aliens?
Well, Neila is alien spelled backwards, so Neila is spelled Neila.
Oh, wow. Is that your real name, first of all?
No,
oh, okay.
It's not.
So did you make that up with that concept of it being alien backwards, or was that just coincidence?
No, it's all intentional.
Oh, okay.
I try to make everything I do for my brand, to like the music that I write, everything be like very intentional, because I feel like a lot of people are going to be hearing it, and I just want it to have a positive impact, or have some type of impact where it's positivity or learning or knowledge or something of that sort. So yeah.
Okay. All right. So the alien princess. So what makes you? Well, as I say, what makes you a princess amongst aliens?
Well, the princess idea, because my dad calls me princess, but alien is just the idea that I feel like at some point we all have felt like aliens or alienated, and that everyone feels weird or like out of place at one point in their life. And I have felt out of place pretty much my whole life until I dyed my hair green and decided to like do exactly what I wanted to do. So I feel it's just the idea of being exactly who you are. And no matter how long it takes you to get there, just be that. And people are going to think it's weird, even though weird is up for perception, because weird is just like a social word, but that can take us down like a whole long alley of me talking about social words. So.
So you said you felt out of place until you dyed your hair green. So now that your hair is dyed green, do you feel more at one with yourself, or you feel that you've got a slot? Like, how does that work?
I definitely feel way more like myself. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know if you looked at my Instagram, but I'm like pretty loud as far as like the way I dress
Yeah, I see
and
that.
my hair color. Yeah, I mean, I feel like this is always me. Because of my environment and like where I grew up, I felt like maybe I felt like I couldn't be myself because I
Yeah.
wanted to fit in, and everybody wants to fit in. But sometimes like you just don't, and I feel like at one point in everyone's life they like haven't fit in some form or fashion, whether
Yeah.
it's in their family, at school, around friends, like, you know. So that's just where I stemmed everything from. But yeah, no, I'm like way more myself now
So
than I ever was.
do you not think that's due to you getting a little bit older and just coming to terms of who you are and self-love and all that? Or do you think that have you actually done anything to make yourself feel better about being Neila?
I definitely do feel like it comes with age. I'm like my early 30s. I mean, I'm early 30s. I'm in my early 20s. So I'm still figuring it out. Like,
Yeah.
I just was able to like drink in the States like not too long ago. So I'm still figuring it out and figuring myself out.
Yeah.
But I definitely feel like as you get older and like, you know, you pass that 17 and you get into your 18 and you go off to college and stuff like that, like you learn more about yourself and you're able to like kind of express yourself the way that you've been trying to express yourself when you were like 13 and 14 but really didn't know how to.
Yeah. So what school life were you like then? Like, I get the feeling that it wasn't the greatest experience.
No, school was okay. School was actually really good. You know, every child has their ups and downs. You know, I grew up in an area where like I was kind of like my family was like the only family, like, you know, that was black. So that was something that was different for me. But it wasn't different for me because that's how I grew up. So it was definitely, you know, definitely a challenge as far as like me figuring out my identity a little bit. And that's what I was speaking on as far as like, you know, not really knowing how to like be myself because I just wanted to fit in, you know, I just wanted to fit in.
Yep.
So that's kind of
Okay. And your music, did you find that was part of the healing process? Do you get out all the negative vibes and all that through your music? Is that you channeling your energy? Like, does that help?
Yes, like absolutely. This past project Stage, which Mary's on, pretty much was an entire healing process for me. I was in an awful relationship that ended really, really bad, and I like ran home to Florida for like 2 weeks, and then I came back to Atlanta, and we just recorded for maybe like 5 to 6 months, and it helped me. Like honestly, like I'm healed because of it. So yeah, definitely.
So in a funny sort of way, that bad relationship actually was a good thing, or not?
As far for like my creative writing and the process, but I would never do it over again. But
No?
yeah,
Okay. So you're looking for a good man now. Have you got is there a new man in your life, or new partner in your life, or what's going on now? Or are you just trying to keep it single and trying to keep it like straightforward with no drama?
I'm just honestly focused. Like I don't feel like I need a man or like anybody right now.
You're married to the
I'm
music.
just really focusing. I don't want to say that because like I do like want a man eventually, but right now I'm just really focused. Like we have so much going on. I have an amazing team, an amazing manager, an amazing PR. So I'm like, we're just really focused and just getting everything together. Like I feel like I said, I'm in my very early 20s. So I don't feel like it's necessary right now.
So you're just enjoying life, right?
Yeah. Like I'm having fun with
Absolutely.
my family and my friends and like living my dream and like doing cool stuff.
So this is an introduction to the UK introduction for the UK to you. So like we don't really understand and see all the stuff that's going on behind the scenes apart from like the mainstream characters like the Drakes and the whoever's. So what's going on in your life in terms of your promotion and your music, and like what are you doing? Are you performing? Do you do festivals? Like what really happens out there for you?
Yeah, I actually have a show today.
Okay.
Yeah, I have a show today. I do a lot of shows in Atlanta. I've done shows in Texas. I've done shows in the Africa show coming up in New York. So, yeah, performing,
and
festivals.
I have a feeling Texas and New York aren't close.
No, they're not. They're
wow,
not close.
okay. America's just so big, I just can't grab the concept of it. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah, it's a little spread out. But
yeah, just a bit.
Growing up and having to like know all the states for school and stuff, like you get used to it because it's like pounding in your head over and over again.
Okay. All right. So you're doing live performances. You're promoting the new Sage EP. How many tracks on the EP?
It's 5 and 2 interludes.
And how can people get hold of it?
It's on all the platforms: Apple Music, Spotify, Tidal. It's also on SoundCloud, just in case you don't have the coins for that. But yeah, it's on everything.
And what about the UK? Are you familiar with the sound of the UK, like UK music?
I've been doing my research and I've been getting acquainted.
Okay, so who do you know and what have you heard? Let's put you to the test now.
Well, I mean, of course, Georgia Smith. I mean, everyone knows her right now. I love her voice. Like, I actually went on like a YouTube binge and I just watched a whole bunch of her videos. I kind of like fell into it and kind of just got hypnotized very, very and good. Just watched 1,000,001 of her videos. Wow. Ella Mai. Oh, yeah. My manager actually just went. She was actually just here in Atlanta. Yeah. And my manager just went to her concert the other day. Okay. But yeah.
Okay, so you're keeping in touch with the sounds. What about introducing your sound to the UK? Can we expect to see you over here at any time? Any plans?
Yes, we are actually currently trying to figure that out. We're just planning around it and just trying to make it like the best experience as far as just like trying to get everything together and have a show and do more interviews like in-house and not over the phone and like do as much stuff as I can. So yeah, we're definitely planning it. And we're looking probably after summer, maybe October, but I don't want to say
as soon as that.
For sure.
We're going to hold you to it. So in October, after the summer, we're going to be expecting to see you. So if you're not over here, you're going to have some questions fired your way as to where you are and why you're not here. So you're going to make it happen.
We're making it happen.
We're going to make it happen. Okay. I want to play your other track as well. Can't Stand Your Friends. I was playing that last week for the first time. Absolutely loved it. And that's the first time I'd actually been introduced to you at all, to be honest. And I absolutely loved the track. So tell me about that track. What inspired that? And whose friends can't you stand?
So Can't Stand Your Friends is a true story, as I'm sure you figured. My ex, this whole project is kind of based around like the crappiness of him. Yep. So we just had an incident where his friends were just being crappy friends. And I kind of like had a moment, like a diva moment. I was just like, I can't stand any of them. Yeah. I don't like any of you. Yeah. And I decided to make a song out of it. And that's Can't Stand Your Friends. I
think a lot of people can relate to that in a lot of different ways.
Yeah. So
does he know, actually, have you spoken to your ex since the release of this EP? Does he know that he's inspired the EP? And how much commission does he get for this EP?
That's hilarious that you said that, because he's like, okay, just let me know when I get my 20%.
Yeah,
and I'm like, you're hilarious. Right. But no, he listened to it. Yeah, we don't talk very often, but he's listened to it, and he's proud of me, and he's just happy that I'm like speaking my truth. That's so nice. Yeah.
Okay. All right, well, promote yourself. Let us know all your socials so we can follow you and stay in touch and follow you in your journey.
You guys can follow me on Instagram at Neila Official, Neila Official on Instagram that's Instagram. On Twitter at I'm Neila, IMNEILA.
Brilliant. And this is your new track, Can't Stand Your Friends. Is there going to be a video for this, by the way?
Yes, there is. We finished filming it. It was like a 3-day process. But yes, the video is coming very, very soon.
Okay, brilliant. Can't Stand Your Friends by Neila. Neila, thank you for joining me on the phone here on Top Radio. And listen, we're definitely going to follow you on your journey and follow you all the way through to superstardom. And just don't forget us here on Top Radio, okay?
Thank you so much.
Thank you.